It will be interesting to see, and I should feel bad for you because your day's got even tougher now on an agenda with everything to do. But at least there is plenty to talk about, and most of it is positive. And the next bit I wanted to talk about, you've mentioned this player before. It does seem like we're trying again, if that's right, or we're back in talks with Ibou Konate and his agent, aren't we? We're trying to get a deal done, which makes it think that that's a positive noise. The gap isn't maybe as big as it once was.
Yeah, so I mean, the thing is to remember with this is like, think about where Van Dijk and Salah's contracts got up to and how long that went on, and the fact that they were butting heads over it for quite a long time. So I'm still kind of the understanding that Konate is open to these talks. He's not shut them off. He's not Real Madrid, or anything like that. That's really my understanding. I got a bit kind of nervous yesterday because that story came out, or people had pulled it from me saying that on another podcast. It was like, oh well, this is done or whatever, but it just doesn't work like that. I mean, he is open to the idea of staying, but I mean, it's incumbent. Liverpool need to put an offer on the table that he finds acceptable, and maybe we would think it's acceptable, but he doesn't, and he wants too much or whatever. But those talks are still ongoing; they're still there. It's not a kind of complete deadlock or anything. So that's the encouraging aspect. But I don't even think the player himself could tell you whether this is going to work out or not at the moment, or certainly that's not the vibe I get. So, yeah. Let's see how it goes, but I think it's not dead at all, and it's just a kind of waiting game really for the contract talks to progress in any way, and hopefully I can't personally vouch for whether this new offer has gone in yesterday or whatever, as has been reported elsewhere, but if that's the case, then hopefully it's the right offer and it is accepted, because I think he's a crucial player for Liverpool.
Yeah, absolutely. It does feel with these elements, the way that the news is coming out, whatever happens, Liverpool are going to run him into that last year and take the gamble, aren't they, to try and get it done? They just think even if he goes on a free, it's worth them taking that risk, seems to be the suggestion.
Yeah, I 100%, I'm of that opinion that I don't think they should try and sell him this summer, even if there's clubs who are interested in doing that deal, because just try and win the title next season. If you're already taking an axe to your front line and so much change, then you've got to settle all those in. Please don't do the same in defence, where you've already actually changed your left back and your right back, who are going to start games next season. So for me, if you can just keep a settled, starting centre back pair, that would be really, really handy in terms of winning the title. So I don't think, regardless of the figures that might be put on the table this summer, for me, in my opinion, it would be a poor decision to sell Konate.
Yeah, I agree. You just keep him in and try and get that one done. And I mean, you talked about taking an axe, especially to the front line. They're almost waiting for someone to swing the blade on Nunes and Chiesa a little bit, doesn't it? They're clearly being offered up. They're trying to do deals. I mean, there's been links with Chiesa and various Italian clubs. The Darwin murmurs around Saudi keep there. But it doesn't seem like anything's definitively on the table right now, does it?
No, so just waiting again. So much of the market is kind of waiting for other clubs to do things. It's mad. So with Nunes, there is that Saudi interest, but nobody's putting any money on the table, or they haven't as of today. So we just wait and see when that happens. As I say, I think he will be open to that Saudi move. He has been in the past, so not one to worry about in terms of that. But it's just kind of waiting. It's rumours at the moment, isn't it? We know it's true that there is interest, but you've got to firm that up. You've got to put money on the table, and that hasn't happened yet. And similar with Chiesa, I think he's in a situation where explored a few options in Italy. I still of the mindset that he will end up going back there this summer. But again, it's kind of waiting in and wait for someone to actually do something about that, really.
I think there's an interesting one that Jay Sings commented there saying, Vert, we know the names that have come in, Frimpong, Kirkes, Marmadashvili, Hugo Ekitike, and now potentially Isak, who's obviously told Newcastle he wants to go. Is there an element for you at all that Liverpool are obviously known as one of the best in the business, but if they've spent the best part of 400 million plus, clubs wanting to buy Liverpool players will be like, well, you need to ship these out. You can't just keep them all. So is there that concern at all for you?
I mean, Liverpool don't seem to be worried about it, and that they're going to paint themselves into a corner a little bit, and be in a situation where clubs are going to be able to come in with kind of lowballing offers. And I think Liverpool have got a strong enough reputation now, haven't they, in terms of recruitment, for people to know they won't. You know, they could have just quite easily. They want to get rid of Nunes, but they could have quite easily given in to Napoli trying to lowball him, but they didn't because they know his value and they know what they can get, and the expectation is still that they will get that. So, yeah, I still think there's a. I still think they're just going to stick to the guns on the valuations and won't be too worried about that. No one, you know, people just don't think they can rip Liverpool off these days, and I think they've earned that reputation over a number of years. So, you know, that's exactly how they're going to approach these sales. They won't be giving anyone away.
Will be interesting to see what happens. But yeah, on the ingoings and outgoing side, people, there is a million things going on. So we'll see what develops.